Hi, I'm Clive Barnes, and this is my banjo-tar, which isn't a banjo. It's actually a 6-string banjo, which turns it into a banjo-tar or a gitjo. And I'm at Independence. It's 2010, and this is a song called Shotgun Grin. Shotgun Grin, as far as I know.
Some say look about 45 or somewhere around 24. Talk to the devil every Saturday night, who all call the back door. Some say Mel fell in love with him, the road walls on the ambition. Rat's asshole for wedding ring, cut like a sickle. Hey, hey, hey. Sitting down never bites, you get a little bone if he does, you deserve it anyway. Stacks of newspapers, pots and pans, glittering up nowhere. Weeds in the garden, taller than the fence, in the winter's all blacked out. A tie swing ham from a no-day tree, and the sign that says keep out. Late at night you see him, and his lady take him home. A little file on home, rolling through the shotgun grin and cheap. Old time out. Jim said he grew up next to him, but he never found out much. Said he taught him how to smoke one day, right back of the Catholic church. Said some flash scarecrow, about why that sweat curls. Switchblade knife slashed their ties, old Johnny Hilbert's hers. Late at night you see him, and his lady take him home. You will follow home, rolling through the shotgun grin and cheap. Old time out. Toothpick like a knife. He says he knows a thing or two about Bobby Fitz's wife. You hear him voice in the alley, tell me Spanish or talking French. Maybe they're just mumbling about alligator stench. Late at night you see him, and his lady take him home. They'll follow home, rolling through the shotgun grin and cheap. Old time out. Late at night you see him, and his lady take him home. They'll follow home. Shotgun grin and cheap. Old time out. Hey, 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 hey.
So that was Shotgun Grin, which is off my latest album. It's called The Ghost Country. This banjo-tar, or gitjo, is basically a 6-string banjo. I was lucky enough, I was looking for one of these for a long time, and I picked it up from a company called Gold Tone in North Carolina. I phoned them up and I told them who I was, and they said they never heard of me. But that was okay. I convinced them that they should help me out, and they said, well, we've got a banjo-tar here that used to belong to somebody. You can have it if you want. It wasn't quite to his specifications, we built it for him, but you can take it. And I said, well, you know, thanks for the offer, but I don't want anybody's sloppy seconds. And it turns out they said, well, that's totally cool, it's Bruce Springsteen's, but don't worry about it. So I went, hold up. And they told me the story that he was doing his Devils and Dust tour about 2003 or 4 or something like that, and they built this particular one here for him, and it's about a stone weight. And that was the reason he handed it back, because it was too heavy for the boss, but not for me. So this is a pretty cool thing. I had a little episode with the boss a few years before that. I was finishing up an American tour. I was finishing in New York, and my booking agent at the time was in New York, and he came up to me afterwards and said, if you want to come and see Bruce Springsteen's VH1 Storytellers episode taping, you can come with me. And I said, well, that would be great. So we got along, and there were really good tickets. And we're sitting, you know, we're sitting in this VIP area, which ended up being just a free bar, so it was like Spot the Irish Guy. They called us into the auditorium anyway, and I thought I'd better go in and find a toilet somewhere. You know, Bruce likes to do a long set. So anyway, I'm walking down these corridors trying to find a toilet. Can't find it anywhere. eventually I'm getting lost further and further into the bowels of this building, and it's like the Spinal Tap part where they can't find a stage. So anyway, I eventually do see a toilet, and you have to picture the scene. I open up the door and there's like 20 urinals, 30 cubicles, biggest toilet I've ever seen with nobody in it. So I walk over and I pick a urinal, you know, I'm standing there, everything is going good, and then I hear the door opening, and I look over my shoulder because there's nobody else there. I hear these footsteps, look over my shoulder, it was Bruce. So anyway, there's 20 urinals, 30 cubicles, Bruce stands man to man. So anyway, I'm standing there and I'm thinking, you know what, I always knew I would get to meet Bruce Springsteen at some stage in my career. I didn't think I would have this thing in my hand at the same time. But you know, let's make the best out of a bad situation. Anyway, so I'm standing there and I turn around and I look at Bruce and I go, "Hey Bruce, I'm Clive, I'm from Ireland, I really love your music. Would you sing Blinded by the Light?" And he looked at me and he went, "What, now?" So he did. No, I'm only messing, he did. But anyway, you can hear stories like that on my album called The Ghost Country, which is all basically spoken word. Thanks.